안녕하십니까. 뉴욕 가정상담소 소장 윤정숙입니다. 오늘 5월 3일 금요일 저녁 맨하탄 그랜드 호텔에서 저희 뉴욕 가정상담소 창립 24주년 모금 만찬을 개최하고 있습니다. 그래서 저희가 700명 정도 예상을 하고 있고요. 상담소를 도와주시고 후원해주시는 많은 분들께서 오늘 만찬에 참여하시게 됩니다. 그래서 그 상담소가 하는 가정폭력, 성폭력, 그리고 문제가 있는 가정에 도움을 드리는 이런 중요한 일들을 후원하기 위해서 많은 분들이 와주실 예정인데요. 오늘 특히 그 수상자는 퀸즈 법률사무소에서 이런 피해자 여성들을 법적으로 도와주시는 남수경 변호사님에게 비전상을 수여할 예정이고요. 그리고 저희를 4년 넘게 계속적으로 후원해주신 BBCN 은행의 을 또 그 기업상으로 기업상을 드릴 예정입니다. 그리고 여러 가지 저희 호돌이 방과후 학교 아이들이 그동안 열심히 연습한 바이올린 연주와 그리고 콜래버레이션이라는 젊은 학생들의 공연이 준비되어 있습니다. 그래서 이렇게 재밌고 유익한 행사를 통해서 저희 상담소가 하는 굉장히 의미 있는 일에 많은 후원을 해주신 여러분들께 정말 감사 말씀 드리고요. 앞으로 상담소가 하는 일에 더 관심 가져주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Hi, my name is Young Moon. I am the Gala co-chair for the Korean American Family Service Center. Today we're celebrating our 24th anniversary benefit gala, and we're so excited to have an audience of 700 people celebrating with us. Tonight, we're going to be raising funds for a Hodori program, for our domestic violence assistance program, and all sorts of programs that the organization provides on a daily basis, including our 24-hour hotline. We are so excited that all of you are here to join us, and we hope that you will continue to support us in our effort every day to support the Korean American community. Thank you.
저는 1989년 상담소를 처음 시작해서 초대 소장으로 일한 김광입니다. 오늘 24주년을 맞이하여 이렇게 많은 분들이 오셔서 상담소 일을 성원해 주셔서 참으로 감사합니다.
Hi, welcome to the annual gala of the Korean Family Service Center. My name is Christina Kim.
안녕하세요. 뉴욕 하원 란 킴이고 오늘 1년마다 이제 하는 KFSC Annual Gala 하얏트 여기 호텔 와가지고 인사로 왔습니다. 너무 이렇게 중요한 조직이고 우리 아주 중요한 그 식구들하고 이렇게 어려운 그 여자분들 그런 도와주는 조직인데 오늘 이렇게 많은 사람들 거의 다 700명이 티켓을 팔아가지고 온 거 너무 고맙게 생각하고 이제 앞으로 같이 열심히 하겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
Hi, my name is Jane Choi, and I'm a model for Wilhelmina. I'm also a law school student in my last year of law school, and I'm very excited about the event today, this gala. It means a lot to our family and to the Korean community as a whole. And just to see so many people out here to support just this organization is really a wonderful thing. It's really just a special organization, and I'm so honored to be a part of it and to be here tonight.
Hi, I'm Jessica O'Neill from Mulberry. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Kathy Xiao. I'm very happy that I'm invited to attend this event. It's a great event. It's great that Korean American family is doing these things for a lot of people that need help. I think it's also a great opportunity for us to meet people who are doing the similar things that we're doing. Congratulations to the annual gala, and congratulations to everything that it's been doing for all these years. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kim Davis, and I'm very excited to be a part of this wonderful event today for the KAFC. And I just want to thank the benefit committee and the board and the gala chairs for putting together such a wonderful event for such a wonderful cause.
20 Annual Benefit Gala. Thank you very much. All of you for filling up more than 80 tables here at the Grand Hyatt. We could not have made this evening possible without every single one of you sitting right where you are. So thank you very much for coming, and let's get this started. At this time, I want to ask everyone to check your phones. Please put them on vibrate. Better yet, mute them completely, because this is going to be a very special Friday night. We have a wonderful program for you, and we certainly don't want any of you to miss it. It is my co-chairs, Kiana Choi, Young Moon, and Benefit Committee Chair, Michael Yin.
So much for joining us this evening. I have to say, you guys are all so gorgeous. Great job with the fashions. As you can imagine, a gala doesn't just come together. It gets planted, nurtured, watered, and then pumped full of hormones in the last 2 weeks. So good job, everyone. To that end, I want to really acknowledge the incredible board of directors and the Gala Benefit Committee who have contributed so much to making this event a huge success. Can I please ask our founder, Kwang-Hee Kim, the board of directors, and the benefit committee to please stand. I'd like to bring your attention to the Gala Journal that each one of you should have in front of you. Special thanks to the great team of writers, designers, editors, and the ad salespeople who helped put it together. Inside the journal, you'll find the KFSC annual report highlighting our program and services. We also have a very special feature on filmmakers and how they feel about the community and domestic violence issues. Actually, we also have a very special guest tonight, Benson Lee, who's also featured in the journal, and will be sharing his personal experiences later this evening as well. Finally, I'd like to thank incredible Korean American Family Service Center staff, headed up by Grace Yoon. They put forth a Herculean effort this year to create an incredible gala. This is on top of helping the community as usual. And for the first time, we're happy to announce that we have 800 guests at this gala. Kiana Choi, my gala co-chair, whose incredible stewardship of this gala is only surpassed by her beauty and her relentless salesmanship.
Thank you, John. So on behalf of the board and the benefit committee and staff, we would like to recognize the lead sponsors of this year's gala. There are so many sponsors that it's very hard to recognize each and every one of you, but your generous support means that we can continue to serve our community. So,
Sumi and Thomas Khan,
New York Hospital of Queens,
and Occasion 9.
Roger and Jennifer Park,
Rosenthal and Rosenthal,
Julia Kim Rushmore, Steve Rushmore, and
We also have a lot of silent auction gifts. We have a great live auction, and we have a raffle taking place. And just as a new addition to the raffle, I just wanted to announce that we're adding a new raffle prize, a Tory Burch handbag and cosmetic set. So, please take out your wallets and spend as much as you can. At this time, I have the distinguished honor of introducing the first honoree for KFSC's Vision and Action Award. Pamela Chen has dedicated professional and personal time in public service as a civil rights prosecutor and an educator of trafficking victims' rights. In 1998, she joined the U.S. Attorney's Office and specialized in the prosecution of civil rights matters. She eventually rose to then become the chief of the civil rights section at the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Eastern District of New York. Prior to that, she was with the United States Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. Now, during her time at the Eastern District of New York as an assistant U.S. attorney, she specialized in the prosecution of trafficking victims. And in this, and just to speak a little bit more freely, from people that are attorneys in the field, what we knew of her was that she was a pioneer in the field. She revolutionized how we thought about how trafficking victims, those who engage in trafficking can be caught, prosecuted, and how we can help trafficking victims end this type of scenario. And if you count some of the numbers based on some of the cases that are out there, there's been hundreds, I think my estimation is hundreds of people who have engaged in importation of immigrant women from various countries around the world and brought them to the United States for, very unsavory purposes. Because of her expertise in prosecuting trafficking crimes and her knowledge and her experience in developing this area of law as a federal prosecutor, she actually wrote the manual on how to become a prosecutor for these type of matters. And I just want to bring up one example that's very relevant for the Korean American community and for the Korean American Family Services Center. Just to give an example of the type of impact that she's had. In 2006, one of the biggest trafficking prosecutions occurred when 31 Korean nationals were arrested and subsequently prosecuted in varying degrees. This all started when a single brothel was under investigation for bribing local New York brothels. And that investigation eventually expanded where they were able to kind of examine this whole trafficking ring, which extended into the states of Rhode Island, Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania, Virginia, Kansas, Delaware, North Carolina, California, and Georgia. In essence, this single action ended up stopping perhaps dozens of brothels across the United States. And just to kind of give a sense of who these people were, these are most of the victims that they saw had tens of thousands of dollars worth of debts. Their travel documents were taken away from them, and if they decided to leave, their personal safety and their family safety was actually threatened. And without further ado, I just am very deeply honored to introduce the Honorable Pamela Chen.
To receive this award, and I appreciate Michael's very generous introduction. I'm especially honored to receive this award from this organization because of the courageous and consequential work that KAFSC, if you don't mind my abbreviating it, does for victims of domestic abuse and sexual violence. Now, as Michael mentioned, I spent about 10 years of my career as a federal prosecutor before becoming a judge in March, working on sex trafficking cases. And just as Michael mentioned, one of the largest cases we ever did emanated out of Flushing, Queens. It involved Korean brothels that were all along the eastern seaboard, all the way from Rhode Island, as he mentioned, all the way down to South Carolina. And hundreds of women came from Korea, young women in their 20s. They came here with tourist visas, thinking that they were going to work in massage parlors and nail salons, only to find out that when they got here, they were going to be forced into prostitution. Their documents were taken away, they were subjected to threats of violence and actual violence, and in the case that Michael mentioned, what he didn't mention was that in the case of the prosecutor Che and Cho, or the husband and wife defendants, they were actually teamed up with an immigration agent, a U.S. immigration agent, who actually tried to forcibly deport the two victims who came forward when they went forward to the police, and he tried to drag them to the airport to get them out of the country. And actually, due to the resourcefulness and courage of one of these young women who jumped out of the car, we actually had a case that started with her report to the police. So
who are elected representatives, some of whom could not make it tonight, and so some of their representatives are here in their stead. When I call upon you, would you please stand so that you can be recognized for the amount of work that you've done for our various communities within the community that supports the Korean American Family Service Center. Councilmember Robert Jackson. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 오늘 이렇게 뉴욕 가정상담소
진심으로 감사의 말씀을 드리면서 소장소 짧게 지난 한 해 동안 있었던 저희 주요 활동과 2013년도 비전상 수상자를 소개시켜드리도록 하겠습니다. Last year was a challenging yet remarkable year for the Korean American Family Service Center. We received almost 2,000 hotline calls last year, with 75 of them were related to violence, abuse, and neglect. We are also alarmed by the fact that our number of hotline calls related to sexual assault has also increased. It is sobering truth that we live in a time and place where 1 out of every 4 girls will be sexually assaulted by the time she reaches the age of 18. To address this issue, KFS is dedicated to becoming a dual agency, serving both domestic violence and sexual assault victims, and launch Project HEAL to increase our organizational capacity to expand our direct services and implement preventive measures for women and girls everywhere. 하셨습니다. 그 노고와 커뮤니티 사랑을 진심으로 감사드리면서 이상을 드리고자 합니다. On behalf of the Korean American Family Service Center, I'm honored to present 2013 Vision.
While Queen Civil Services is grateful to be a Vision in Action honoree, the plain truth is that our work cannot exist without community partners like KAFC.
Thank you, Jennifer, for your generous introduction. Good evening. I'm deeply honored and thrilled to receive this honor. But at the same time, I'm embarrassed to be singled out this way because as we all know that there are so many other advocates in the trenches who equally deserve to be recognized for their passion, commitment, and hard work.
Thanks to the Double Star Foundation for giving us this